All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Bryce Narvaez, student at Arizona State University, also a member of the class of 2023 from John Muir High School. We're here from Crescenta Valley High School tonight for another Pacific League matchup. This time it's between the John Muir Mustangs and the Crescenta Valley Falcons. A lot to get to you tonight ahead of our game. This is the pregame report here on YouTube. So it's a bit of a developing story that we have going on right now. Just looking at the players warming up right now. One player not dressed for Crescenta Valley is number 11. That's Xavier Thompson. He's one of the stars on this Falcons team. They have him listed as a quarterback and a wide receiver. So that's a bit of a huge loss for CV that Thompson is not playing. We're looking at the Falcons right now as they warm up. There is a different quarterback in throwing passes right now. That's number 12.
So just, open up your and then was it through a text? Yeah, it's a text.
That would be Adrian Garcia, if that is correct on the Max Preps roster in front of me. So it might be an interesting look tonight for CV.
Yeah, just click on that.
But welcome on in. If this is your first time listening to me, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for being here with me on a Friday night in spooky season. As we're in the month of October. It's October the 3rd, 2025. All right, a lot to get to you tonight. So once again, just to reiterate, number 11 for Crescenta Valley, that's Xavier Thompson. He's one of their QBs / wide receivers. He is not dressed tonight. He's just in street clothes. And it looks like at the quarterback position for the Falcons, number 10 and number 12. Number 10 is Brody Cole, and number 12, I believe, is Adrian Garcia. We'll see as we get closer to kickoff. So Crescenta Valley will be in their dark blue uniforms of white pants and white helmets. So similar to the helmet in front of you on my scorebug. And the John Muir Mustangs are wearing blue helmets with white jerseys and white pants tonight. And all right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. So pregame report tonight. Let's take a look at both of our teams. Let's start with the visiting John Muir Mustangs. If this is your first broadcast of me covering the Mustangs finished last year 9-3 overall. They lost 28-27 in a hard-fought game at St. Francis in round 2 of Division 6 playoffs. The quarterback for the Mustangs, however, that is Trey Gamble Jr. He won Division 6 with Murrieta Mesa before transferring for his senior year here to John Muir High School. He's on the sideline, sort of in front of me right now as the teams warm up. The Mustangs finished last year 7-0 in the Pacific, good enough for winning it out. This season, the Mustangs are 4-1 overall, 2-0 in the Pacific League with a big win last week over the Burbank Bulldogs, 58-28. Next three for the Mustangs, next week, they host the Arcadia Apaches. 2 weeks from now, that is October 17th, they will be hosting the Burroughs Bears for senior night. We'll be recognizing the class of 2026 on October 17th. And last of the next 3 games will be at Hoover. That's a 5:30 p.m. kickoff against the Hoover Tornadoes. That is October the 24th. Crescenta Valley finished last year 5-6 overall. They lost 35-27 to Dos Pueblos in round 1 of Division 12 playoffs. They finished 4-3 for 5th place in the Pacific League. But due to a coin flip, the Falcons made the playoffs over the Burroughs Bears. This season, Crescenta Valley is 3-2 overall with a 1-1 league record. They are fresh off of a 49-26 win over Hoover last week. That game was a 7 p.m. game at Glendale High School. I mistakenly had it as Hoover High School, but apparently Hoover hosted Crescenta Valley at Moisey Stadium, which is, again, at their rival Glendale. So the next 3 games for the Falcons, they will be hosting the Glendale Nitros next week. That is October the 10th. 2 weeks from now, it'll be a Thursday game, October the 16th. They'll be on the road at the Pasadena Bulldogs, who are the rivals of the John Muir Mustangs. And on October 24th, 3 weeks from now, Crescenta Valley will be on the road at Burroughs. Looking at a couple pregame notes as we are 24 minutes away from kickoff. Muir won 53-0 over Crescenta Valley last year. It was kind of a strange game for both teams. Looking at some of the stats from last year's game for the Mustangs, Keon Mills was at quarterback. He transferred from Arcadia the year before, and he is a graduate now of John Muir High School. He was 6 for 7 passing for 180 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 2 scrambles for 42 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. A couple of key players for the Mustangs to look at tonight. Number 4, Zion McDonald. He had 3 carries in last year's game for 79 yards and 1 touchdown. He also received a pass for 8 yards, and he also completed a pass for 67 yards. It was a touchdown pass. Next up is number 5, Elijah Parker, who had 2 carries for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns in the last game. He had 1 reception for 60 yards and a touchdown. Next up is number 6, Noah Bozeman, who had 3 receptions for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of those touchdown receptions was from Zion McDonald and was an interesting formation for the Mustangs when they did run that play, a 67-yard touchdown pass. Looking at the defensive side of the ball for the Mustangs, Damian Alamon, number 31, had a solo tackle, 10 assisted tackles and 2 tackles for loss. Big number 99 for the Mustangs, that's Jason Brown, had 8 assisted tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 fumble recoveries in last year's game against Crescenta Valley. And last but not least, David Cannon also had 1 fumble recovery for the Mustangs. He's wearing number 20. No, this is Michael Allen, number 21.
Hi, Monica. Nice to meet you.
Yep. David Cannon's wearing number 7 for the Mustangs this year. We have the Mighty Mustang Band warming up to my left under the direction of Miss Karen Clages, Joseph Scales, Lucy Schmidt, and Dwight Garcia. Lucy and Joseph are the graduate helpers for the Mighty Mustang Band, and I'm happy to say Mr. Garcia is here tonight. So it's good to see him. The band played the horse for the JV team during their game, which finished up not too long ago. All right, looking at CV, Crescenta Valley, in last year's games, their quarterback was Dominic Saris. He's a graduate now. He was 6 of 8 for 37 yards passing, 3 carries for 1 yard. A couple of the key players for the Falcons to look at in this year's game, and I'll be reading off their stats from last year. Number 4, Julian Savory. He had 11 carries for 51 yards, 3 receptions for 20 yards. Next is number 10, Brody Cole. He was checking in as the pure runner QB for the Falcons in last year's game. They kind of converted him to trying to be a mobile quarterback where he can throw as well. Cole had 5 carries in last year's game for 8 yards, so he was just in the tailback position for CV. Next up is Xavier Thompson, number 11. He's not dressed tonight for CV, which is a big loss for them. The 6'2" senior Xavier Thompson had 1 carry for 7 yards, 3 receptions for 17 yards. He can play quarterback and wide receiver. They had him on wide receiver last year. Getting a good look at the Crescenta Valley Falcon regiment behind me as they will be lining up for their run. And
this is your test.
They're checking the PA, so it's going to be a bit loud. The speakers are actually really good here at CV. It's a new facility. I'll show you what it looks like in just a moment. But looking at our out-of-town games, is I can... Actually, no, I'm going to get you to the other notes for tonight's game before I get you to the out-of-town, because these are kind of important. So the Mustangs have a fine young lady who was selected for the 2026 Tournament of Roses Rose Court. That is Naira Wadley. So congratulations to her, and the Mustangs will be supporting her all the way to January 1st, where she will ride on the Rose Court float in the annual Tournament of Roses parade. Continuing off the Pacific League trend, Arcadia High School, who is in the Pacific League, also had two individuals, Serena Gill and, let me see, Sophia Wren. Those are the two young ladies selected from Arcadia High School. So 3 individuals representing the Pacific League, 1 from the Mustangs. That's Naira Wadley. Congratulations once again to her for being selected for the upcoming Rose Court. There you go. That's from the Tournament of Roses website. You can take a look at all the ladies who were selected for this year's Rose Court. Playing Rock Lobster over there, the Mighty Mustang Band. Brianna Miguel's the drum major for the Mighty Mustangs. Figured I'd bring that up for you. All right, this is what the field looks like, if you're curious. So there's one side of grandstands, and the other side of the field, across from where I am. This is pretty much this picture I took just before going live on air was from where I'm sitting currently at about the 40-yard line. So the other side of the field across from me borders the 210 freeway. There's no grandstands over there, and that's where Crescenta Valley will be. The John Muir Mustangs will be right in front of us. And the press box is also on this side. So yeah, the satellite map of Crescenta Valley does not have the updates to the field here. This is, I believe it's Osborne Stadium, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with tonight. I took this earlier once again, so that you as the listener, the viewer, have an understanding of what it looks like here at Crescenta Valley. That said, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboards that the other games we'll be paying attention to. Let's first start with the Pacific League. So tonight, the Arcadia Apaches will be hosting the Burbank Bulldogs. Both teams are looking to bounce back after their losses last week. And then we have the Burroughs Bears hosting the Glendale Nitros. That was a big win for Burroughs last week. It was great to see them pull off the win. They worked absolutely to the best of their abilities to get that win. Yeah, that was an emotional win, probably their signature win on the year. Last but not least, the Hoover Tornadoes are on the road to the Pasadena Bulldogs. Once again, they are the rivals of the John Muir Mustangs, who are the visitors tonight. And Arcadia is the main rival of Crescenta Valley. But, all right, we got one more game that we'll be paying attention to tonight. And it's not in the Pacific League. It's not football, but it's men's ice hockey. We're back. As my Arizona State Sun Devils, ranked 14th in the country, will be hosting the number 5 Penn State Nittany Lions from Bullitt Arena in Tempe, Arizona. I hear the NHL is live streaming that game also here on YouTube. Otherwise, I've got student colleagues on the Blaze Radio broadcast. as a student at Arizona State University. There's also Fox Sports 910 Arizona. They have a broadcast of that game. And there's also the NCHC TV. That's another pay-to-watch service. But that is the conference that Arizona State is in, the NCHC. So yeah, getting a look at Xavier Thompson, one of the players not in uniform tonight for Crescenta Valley. He shook hands with number 1 Elijah Smith of the Muir Mustangs. Also not in uniform is Leonidas Grant for Crescenta Valley. And his timeline to return is their game against Pasadena, which they'll be on the road. That's October 16th. And I believe I want to cover that one too. So the Crescenta Valley Falcon Marching Regiment is making their grand entrance right now. Their ROTC is lined up off the fields, and when we do get the national anthem, I'll step aside. It'll go just to the break screen, just so that we can get through all that and get you guys closer to kickoff. Yes, I did mention that.
Good evening and welcome to Crescenta Valley High School.
There's your PA announcer for tonight.
CIF Southern Section Pacific League football game between the visiting John Muir Mustangs and your Crescenta Valley Falcons. The Mustangs are led by Coach Lance Mitchell with a 4-1 overall record. The Falcons are led by Hudson Gossard and have an overall record of 3-2. Crescenta Valley and the CIF require good sportsmanship and positive behavior of student athletes, cheerleaders, band members, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner.
Sweater. I should add that.
Actions at all times and treat others with dignity and respect. Profanity, derogatory comments, or intimidating actions, especially concerning race, gender, or ethnicity, directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other spectators, will not be tolerated and are grounds for immediate removal from the school premises. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe, inclusive, and positive game environment. In the spirit of sportsmanship, the principal's handshake will now take place at midfield. Representing Crescenta Valley High School is Stephanie Rissy, as well as ASP President Derek Artuni. They will now shake hands with John Muir High School Principal Lawton Gray and Student Representative Ryan Cunningham. Thank you to the principals and the ASP representatives for honoring their respective schools before tonight's competition with this true example of respect, camaraderie, and sportsmanship.
All right, I was just letting you hear our PA announcer for tonight's game. Yeah, it was just the principal handshake with a student representative. So Crescenta Valley is going to make their passing review over here. It's another youth night, so there are a lot of youth on the field alongside Crescenta Valley's Spirit Squad and cheer team, and they will be awaiting the Falcons when they take to the field. Again, we're still pending the national anthem. And when that does happen, I'll just put it on the break screen. And yeah, Crescenta Valley is making their pass over here. And then they will cycle back around to play the national anthem. So it's like their parade pass for Crescenta Valley. So all of the games that we're going to be looking at tonight, once again, I'll show you what our out-of-town scores are. So NCAA men's ice hockey, Arizona State and Penn State. That will start at the same time our game kicks off.
To the track as the Falcon marching
And
band plays the Directorate by John Philip Souza. They are joined this evening by students from Rosemont Middle School.
So middle schoolers from Rosemont Middle School are here with Crescenta Valley tonight. And once again, the Pacific League out-of-town games will be kicking off at the same time as our game. You have Burbank at Arcadia, Glendale at Burroughs, and Hoover at PHS, or Pasadena. About 9 minutes away from kickoff. And I'm going to cut to the break screen for now. So once again, here's a look at the field, so that all of you watching and listening have an idea of what we're dealing with tonight. So one-sided grandstands, the 210 freeways on the opposite side of the field. That's Crescenta Valley sideline, and Coach Hudson Gossard prefers his Falcons to be on that side of the field because of the band. All right, we're going to step aside briefly right now. All right, we are back, and one thing I'm doing tonight that I haven't done in previous weeks is bring the latency, which is the delay from the time that I speak to you and the time that you hear it, to low, which means we'll be pretty close to real time. As they have dimmed the lights here at Osborne Field, and we're getting ready for both teams to make their entrances. I know this is going to come up afterwards as a copyright. I can't control it. It's Back in Black by, I'm sorry, no, Hell's Bells, AC/DC. And luckily though, in my case, AC/DC has allowed people to use their music. So thank you to AC/DC for that. And Yeah, this is out of my control. So we're going to be awaiting both teams to make their grand entrances about 4:45 until kickoff. They have dimmed the lights here at Crescenta Valley. So, yeah, the lights are dimmed here at the stadium. And we're going to be getting ready for football. I'll just fill you guys in on a couple of our other notes that we're looking at for tonight's game. And one of that being the 2026 Rose Court. There they are. Yep, Angus Young is the guitar player for AC/DC. Probably one of the best in the business. So, yeah, here we are once again. The 2026 Pasadena Tournament of Roses, 2026 Rose Court. And Naira Wadley from John Muir High School has been selected as one of those members. Serena Go and Sophia Wren from Arcadia. So you have 3 members from the Pacific League being represented in this year's Tournament of Roses Rose Court. But again, congratulations to everyone who was selected for this year's Rose Court. You can see them right in front of your screen. All right, once again, here's a look at the fields here at Crescenta Valley High School. One-sided grandstands. And the press box is also on this side, so everybody from both sides and the middle school parents and their loved ones are all crammed on this side of the field, which is the John Muir sideline. On the opposite side of the field, by the 210 freeway, is where the Crescenta Valley Falcons are. We have the captains meeting in midfield. It's going to be a bit hard to see what the coin toss is for tonight's game because the lights are out on one side of the field. They left these lights on behind me because of the tennis courts, and it's kind of nice. It's kind of like when you go to an NHL game and they leave the light on in the press box for the broadcasters. So I kind of feel like Doc Emmerich right now, or let's see who else. Al Michaels, Bob Costas. Locally, Vin Scully, Bob Miller, Jim Fox, Nick Nixon, Daryl Evans. All right, paying attention to the coin toss. All right. It looked like whoever won the toss elected to defer to the second half. I believe it was Crescenta Valley who won the toss. And for a bit of an interesting twist tonight, instead of the team winning the toss electing to receive, it looks like the Falcons will be electing to defer to the second half. It's actually kind of cool. The Mustang on the sides of the Muir Mustangs helmets, you can see them clearly from up here. So, all right, now that we have the coin toss out of the way, it'll be time to bring out the teams. And here come the Falcons.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Crescenta Valley Falcons.
Once again, Hudson Gossard is the head coach of the Falcons. They come in with a 3-2 record with a win 49-26 against Hoover last week.
Like we're missing a lot of players.
It seems like it, but I think it's just because the JV team was also dressed, yeah, with the varsity team. So now it's just varsity.
Because there's no extras.
Right. And here come the John Muir Mustangs. The Mustangs are led by head coach Lance Mitchell with a 4-1 record and a 58-28 win against Burbank last week.
Linesman is Bob Moretz. And the bench judge is Carlos Alfaro.
We'll move that to the other side of the field. And yeah, CV won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half. So now it's time for the keys to the game. For both teams, it's pretty much the same thing. Coaching masterclass. Get to play some disciplined football tonight. Defense, make some big plays. And most importantly, special
Falcons will kick
teams.
to start the game. Bryce Alonso tees it up.
So it'll be the Falcons going from left to right here in the first quarter with their white helmets, white pants, and dark blue jerseys with light blue and white trim. The Mustangs will be going from right to left in the first quarter with blue helmets with a gold Mustang running across the side of it, gold face mask, white jerseys, white pants. Mustangs going from right to left once again. And we're going to be looking at Zion McDonald deep for the Mustangs, wearing number 4. Elijah Smith is the next player, wearing number 1. Say goodbye to my webcam for now. This is time for football. So Bryce Alonso for CV will send this one away, and it will be fielded by Elijah Smith after a bobble back at his own 15-yard line. He's going to try to work his way to the right side, and he'll be brought down at the 20. That was good coverage from the Falcons to open up the game. The Mustangs first and 10 from their own 20-yard line to get this game going. Quarterback is number 9, Trey Gamble Jr. He transferred in from Murrieta Mesa, who won Division 6 of the CIF Southern Section last year. And before we get the first snap of the game, just thank you to everyone who's tuned in so far tonight. If this is your first one, welcome. If you're returning, all the better. Anyone and everyone is welcome in here tonight to listen in for Pacific League football. And the Mustangs will hand this off to Elijah Parker, number 5 for the Mustangs. He does a lot of east-west running, and it looks like he's going to be spotted for a loss of 1, maybe 2 yards. That was Steven Duran for the Falcons on the tackle, just going off of what I hear from our public address announcer tonight. Steven Duran's wearing number 23 for Crescenta Valley tonight. And 3 receivers to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right, so they're all on the near side. 3 to the near side for the Mustangs on the press box side of the field. 2nd and 12. Gamble to throw. Gets it off. It is bobbled and incomplete. It was like a butterfinger intended for Elijah Smith, and unfortunately he couldn't hold on to that, so that's going to bring up our first 3rd down of the game. 3rd and 12 from the John Muir 18-yard line.
12 from the 18.
This is a big moment for Crescenta Valley to stop this red-hot Mustang offense. Gamble to throw. It's off, and it is incomplete. Good coverage from the Falcons. Intended for Elijah Smith, and it looks like the Mustangs are going to go 3 and out.
Campbell's pass is incomplete. Daniel Lopez broke it up.
So that's a big moment for Crescenta Valley. The Falcons needed that defense to come up big, and the Mustang punt unit is onto the field. Crescenta Valley historically has had some good returners. Their returner is standing at the 49-yard line. Here's the punt. It's a high punt, and it would be fair caught at the 49 of the Muir Mustangs. So first and 10 for Crescenta Valley in premium field position. 47 is where they put it. So we'll see who's in at quarterback for the Falcons. We had 12 and 10 warming up. 12 is Adrian Garcia, and 10 is Brody Cole. Brody Cole is a runner. From what we know of him, is number 11 Xavier Thompson is not in uniform for the Falcons tonight. Looks like Brody Cole, number 10, under center. Could be wrong. In a power I formation it is. And he's going to fake the handoff and roll out to his right for a quick completion to number 7, Daniel Lopez. And he'll be stopped at about the 40-yard line. 41 is where they're going to mark him for a 6-yard gain.
It's a gain of 7. Call it 6. It'll be.
So it'll be second down and 4 with 10:38 to play in the opening quarter. So a big defensive stop to get things going for Crescenta Valley has them with the football. Second and 4 from the Mustang 41-yard line. Power I formation again for CV. Cole will hand it off this time to, I believe that's Ethan Martinez, number 3, and he'll be stopped just shy of the first down. It'll be third down and about 1. Yeah, that was Ethan Martinez, number 3 on the carry. He's stopped at the 39-yard line, and it'll be third down and 1.
Third and 2.
Third and 2.
39.
Again, in a power formation showing are the Falcons. They didn't show this formation against Burbank a couple weeks ago. Cole will take it himself, and he is still on his feet, powering his way across the 35-yard line, down at the 34, maybe 33-yard line for Crescenta Valley first down.
Ezekiel Rodriguez on the tackle from Muir. First and 10 CV at the Muir 34.
So Hudson Gossard diving deep into his playbook for his team. They might have pulled out a couple of these plays against Hoover last week. The back in the power I are the Falcons, with 2 receivers lined up to the left side of the formation. Cole will fake the handoff and roll it out. It's complete to Daniel Lopez. He makes one man miss. He's got the first down and more down at the 16-yard line. So a big opening drive for the Falcons will continue with another big Crescenta Valley first down.
Cole's pass is completed.
Historically, these two teams have played each other exceptionally hard. There's a big game back in 2019 that Crescenta Valley won that was pretty close and the Mustangs could have won. They had the likes of John Humphrey and Caleb Bullock. Jameer Johnson, who's now with UCLA, were part of that Mustang team. Back to the power I formation, or the Falcons, with the first down. Lined up at the Mustang 17-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Martinez up the middle, and he'll be brought down by a pair of Mustangs for no gain. John Humphrey made the NFL. He was part of the Raiders practice squad. Unfortunately, he didn't make the 51-man roster. But Caleb Bullock is the starting safety for the Houston Texans. So he's the mighty Mustang playing in the NFL on Sundays. Second and 10 from the 17-yard line for Crescenta Valley. Back in the power formation. Power I with a tailback and a fullback lined up behind the quarterback, who is Brody Cole, number 10, who is lined up under center. He will toss it to his halfback, and it'll be stopped for a loss of 2 by the Mustang defense. A big play by those defensive tackles. Diego Delgado was in there, number 25. Dre Arnold, number 17, was also in there. They'll set up a third down, third and long for Crescenta Valley on the 21-yard line. They mark him for a loss of 3 at the 20-yard line. $7:15 to play in the opening quarter of a scoreless game here in La Crescenta, California. Looking at the Verdugo Mountains in front of me. And you have the San Gabriel Mountains behind me. And we have pre-snap whistles, and the Falcons will call a timeout.
Timeout is taken by the Falcons.
That's one thing that we've learned about Crescenta Valley with 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter, that Hudson Garsard is not afraid to use his timeouts. Sometimes they finish a quarter without any timeouts. They come down to 5 minutes to play without a single timeout left. So Crescenta Valley will talk this one over. The Muir Mustangs will talk this one over. And looks like we're going to be receiving a live score from the Glendale Burroughs game. I'm looking at Max Preps right now. See if I can get anything for the ASU hockey game that should be going on live right now. A student broadcast on Blaze Radio, part of Arizona State University. I'm a student at Arizona State. The Blaze Radio Club, if you're considering ASU, fills up quickly. But they do a lot of things, from sports to social media, podcasts. And back to the power eye of the Falcons. Brody Cole looking to pass, and he's looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete. All over the intended receiver is number 20 for the Mustangs. I don't know who that is. There's no 20 on the roster that at least I have at the moment.
Ethan Leyland was in coverage.
Okay, Ethan Leyland is wearing number 20. No, he's a 0.
He usually wears 0. He was covered. 28 was the receiver.
Okay, 28 was the intended receiver for Crescenta Valley. And that would be Adrian Ochoa, the sophomore wide receiver for CV. Sets up a 4th down and 13 with 6:44 to play. And the Falcons are going to try to pick this one up. Yeah. Cole fires. End zone. It is dropped. Incomplete. And they will turn it over on downs. That was a little bit scary for the Mustangs. The receiver was open deep, and he just couldn't hold on to it. So Mustangs take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So a big break for the Muir Mustangs there. See if the offense can get something going here this drive. Gamble quickly out to Noah Bozeman in the backfield. He'll work his way across the 30 to the 35. There he is brought down at the 40 for a Mustang 1st down. The talented sophomore, Noah Bozeman, gets it to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs with 6.5 to play in the opening quarter.
Set at the 39 in Mustang territory.
Looks like the game, the ASU game has not started yet. And a short gain, Zion McDonald, number 4 on the carry. It looks like he got 1. The PA announcer tonight says 2 yards, and it'll be spotted at the 41-yard line. So yeah, gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. They're probably introducing the lineups in Tempe, Arizona, between Arizona State and Penn State. There's a look to Noah Bozeman, and he'll be stopped at about the 46-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd and manageable for the Mustangs. They'll gamble to Bozeman.
Noah Bozeman on the catch. Initial hit made by Timothy Runnels.
That was Timothy Runnels for the Falcons, number 9 on the stop. So 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. Gamble throws. It is complete to Blaylock, number 2, and he should have enough for the first down at midfield.
Right at midfield. It's a gain of 4 and good for a Muir first down.
My computer just froze.
That ain't
On
good.
the tackle for the Falcons.
Whoa.
5:15 to play in the opening quarter. So Devion Blaylock on the reception. Gamble is incomplete, looking to Blaylock again.
Pass is incomplete.
Mustangs running with a lot of
Devion
those
Blaylock was the intended
quick
receiver.
completions out of the
2nd and 10 from
backfield.
midfield for the Mustangs.
The incompletion spots at 2nd and 10 from midfield. Blaylock transferred from St. Francis. He's one of 2 players who transferred over. Blaylock receives, and he'll be stopped at the Crescenta Valley 43-yard line to make it 3rd down and manageable once again. Number 12, Arthur Moreno is the other St. Francis transfer for the Muir Mustangs. 4:40 to play in the opening quarter. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs from the Crescenta Valley 43. Gamble under pressure, gets it off, and it's incomplete. He was looking for number 10.
Pass incomplete.
Drew Long. And that'll make it 4th down, 4th and 3.
It's 4th and 3 for Muir at the 43.
I feel like if I were Gamble, I would have taken off. He's got the legs to pick that up. Nevertheless, it's 4th down and 3 for the Muir Mustangs, with 4.5 to play in the opening quarter of a scoreless game. 3 receivers lined up to the far side of the field. Gamble looking for one of them. He's going to take off now, and he has got enough for the first down at the 38.
Trey Gamble on the keeper.
There you go.
Forced
He picked it up.
by Adrian Ochoa.
So Adrian Ochoa, the Falcon, who forced him out of bounds.
First and 10 at the
They
CIF-SS 39.
spot him on the 39. But nevertheless, it's a Mustang first down. One in motion. They fake the sweep, and that should be a face mask, and there are flags all over that. Zion McDonald on the carry down to the 34. There's going to be, it should be a face mask against the Falcons. That was pretty obvious from up here. Happened pretty much right in front of me. I'm at the Crescenta Valley 38. So yes, there it is, a face mask penalty against CV. That's a 15-yarder, and it'll give the Mustangs a first down. They're going to spot him at the Crescenta Valley 21, 1st and 10, Mustangs. Two receivers at either side of the quarterback, number 9, Trey Gamble Jr. Zion McDonald is the tailback. He's going to roll out of the backfield. Gamble will take off himself, and he will propel his way down to the 10-yard line. And that should be enough for another Mustang first down. It'll set him up 1st and goal.
Stephen Duran on the tackle for CV. 1st and goal at the 10.
Once again, Stephen Duran there for the Falcons, according to our PA announcer tonight. He does a good job. This is the 2nd game we've been here for, the Crescenta Valley Burbank game we're also here covering on a Thursday night. So 1st and goal for the Mustangs from the 10. And fakes the handoff, goes outside to Bozeman, and he will crash his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Was that a pass? Yeah. So Bozeman for the 6 puts the Mustangs up 6-0 for the moment, pending the PAT. Here's the senior kicker, Jacob Hernandez, number 19, on to attempt the point after.
Jacob Hernandez to kick.
It is up, and it is through. Makes it 7-0 in favor of the mighty John Muir Mustangs.
Score Muir 7, CV nothing.
Good snap, good hold.
Can you say out loud what channel this is?
On YouTube.
What do we look up for our family to listen to you? What's it called?
It's basically just my name.
If they
I guess if you look up Muir football, it should come up.
Muir football.
Yeah, Muir football and Muir versus CV, it should come up. That's the way the algorithms work. So 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Mustangs, and they will send this one away to the Crescenta Valley Falcons. Looks like Ethan Martinez is deep. That's number 3 for CV. And it'll be sent deep. It looks like I think it was Nathan Karsten, number 5. Not much on the return. He's going to be stopped at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Crescenta Valley from there. Looks like forward progress.
To the 19 by
Marks him at the 19. That was either Nathan Karsten or Timothy Huang.
I think it was Carson.
Okay, Nathan Karsten, number 5. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons on their own 19-yard line. Once again, they're going from left to right here in the first quarter. White helmets and dark blue jerseys, white pants. Brody Cole will hand this one off to his tailback. That's Ethan Martinez. He'll power his way for about 3. Stop shy of the 25 at the 23.
Jason Brown on the tackle for the Mustangs.
That's big number 99, Jason Brown, according to our PA announcer tonight on the tackle.
That was amazing, dude. Lineman's dream, man.
It sets it up 2nd down and 6. They mark him for 4. 2nd and 6 from the 23 for the Falcons. Cole throws, it's complete to Daniel Lopez, and he'll work his way to the 30-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark him on the 31 for a Falcon 1st down. Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot him on the 30.
Complete to Daniel Lopez, a gain of 7, good for a 1st down.
29 is where they're spotting him, so just
was
enough
marked
for
a
the
little
1st.
short.
Actually, no, it's short. Although the
3rd down and less than a yard for the Falcons.
Although they're going to move the sticks.
Just outside the 29.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks. So they're going to say he got just enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Falcons on the 29-yard line. I guess he got just enough. Once again for that. Cole on the option. It is blown up by the Mustangs. Ethan Leyland was the first guy in. David Cannon was also there, number 7. So that was 0-7. And it looks like Delgado, 25, in there for the Mustangs. A tackle for a loss back at the 13-yard, or no, not the 13, the 23-yard line. So 2nd and 16 is where the Falcons will have this one, with 1:16 to play in the opening quarter. Three receivers to the left, 2 to the right. It's an empty set for the Falcons. Brody Cole, number 10 at quarterback for CV. He's getting his call from the sideline. I would try to do my best Connor Stallions for you, and the pass is incomplete. Try to decipher the signals there, but I'm no
Intended
sign
receiver
signal.
was Ethan Martinez.
I'm no sideline signal
Third
genius.
down and 16
But the
from
pass is
23
incomplete.
for the Falcons.
I think he's telling him to steal second.
3rd and 16 for Crescenta Valley now. So 48.7 seconds to play in the opening quarter, and the Falcons have a third down. The third down is 16, spotted on their own 23-yard line here. Cole hands it off. Big power back. Or I'm sorry, it was a bit of a motion to Daniel Lopez. He's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Just across the 25 at the 26. Elijah Smith is the Mustang in there on the tackle, number 1.
4th down and 13 from
And
the
that will bring
26
up
for
a
the
4th
Falcons.
down, 4th and 13. And it looks like that might be the last play of the first quarter. Yeah. That looks to be the last play of the first quarter. So the Mustangs lead 7-0 at the end of 1. And the teams will switch sides. We'll get ready for this 4th and 13 for the 26.
And that's the end of the first quarter with the score Muir 7, Crescenta Valley nothing.
So again, if you're just joining us, this is what the field at Crescenta Valley looks like. There's grandstands on one side. And so everybody from both sides, even the middle schoolers who are here as part of youth night, are on this side of the field. On the other side of the field is the 210 freeway, and there are no grandstands over there. Crescenta Valley sideline is on that side, as head coach Hudson Gossard doesn't want to be right next to the band. He says the Crescenta Valley band is too loud. And this will take a Falcon bounce across the 35-yard line. It'll be spotted at the 33. The Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line.
Casey's punt
Was
is good for 41 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 Muir at the 33.
So Mustangs going from left to right here in the second quarter with blue helmets and a gold Mustang running across the sides of it. White jerseys, white pants. They're going from left to right in the second quarter. Crescenta Valley with white helmets, dark blue jerseys, and white pants will be heading from right to left in quarter number 2. Gambler throws. It is caught. No, it's ruled incomplete. They say it hits the turf. It was intended for Jacoby Law, number 13. And unfortunately, again, they say it hit the turf. So it's... Second and 10 from the 33 after the incompletion. Gamble throws, it's complete to Bozeman, and he'll turn his way upfield with a lot of green grass. He'll be stopped just shy of midfield at about the 48-yard line. That's good enough for a Mustang. 1st down.
Nathan Karsten on the tackle. It's good for a 1st down.
So that was 5 Nathan Karsten for the Falcons on the tackle out of
Gain of
bounds.
15 on the play.
11 and a half to play in the second quarter. It's actually cool to see members of the JV team who played before our game here as well to support the Mustangs. We have 15 over here, and big number 74 down by the band. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Gamble under pressure. Looks deep. He's looking for Bozeman, and it will go incomplete. He was double covered. by a pair of Falcons. There is also Elijah Smith there.
Pass is
Elijah
incomplete.
Smith is the usual deep ball recipient, as he's had touchdown passes of over 50, or touchdown receptions of over 50 yards.
Aaron Delanchian in coverage for CV. 2nd and 10 at the 48.
That was the DB in the corner, or the DB and the safety for Crescenta Valley back there in coverage. Sets it up 2nd and 10 for the same spot, the 48-yard line for the Muir Mustangs. 2 receivers to the left. You have the tight end. And it'll be a handoff to Elijah Parker. He'll power his way across midfield down at the Crescenta Valley 48. He'll set up a 3rd down and manageable for the Mustangs.
On the play on the tackle, Stephen Duran for CV.
That was Stephen Duran, according to our PA announcer tonight, for Crescenta Valley on the tackle. That's number 23 in dark blue. Call it navy blue. It's a 3rd and 6 for the John Muir Mustangs. Gamble fakes the handoff, looks, and it's incomplete. A little bit of a miscue with Jacoby Law, the senior, and that'll be a 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 6 for Muir at the 48. Adrian Ochoa defended the pass for the Falcons.
Hey, mom knows best, man, especially for those QBs.
And the Mustang offense is staying out on the field. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They could also be doing QB punt here, which we've seen a couple times before. And Gamble is going to throw. Gamble rolls, looks to Blaylock. It's caught at the 35-yard line, and that's where he will go out of bounds for the Mustang 1st down. A big 4th down completion to Devion Blaylock, number 2. And the Muir Mustangs will move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the Crescenta Valley at 35. Got some rock lobster from the Mighty Mustang Band under the direction of Karen Clagis, Dwight Garcia, Joseph Scales, and Lucy Schmidt. Gamble throws underneath to Blaylock, and he breaks 1 tackle and goes to the outside, and nobody's there. Touchdown Mustangs, Devion Blaylock again. What an individual effort by him. He had a big play last week against Burbank. As soon as he got to the outside, he was gone. He had a convoy with him, and one of the receivers for the Mustangs was there to help him out with the block. Here's Jacob Hernandez to attempt the point after. It is up, and it is through. Makes it 14-0 Mustangs with 10:11 to play in the 1st half.
The Mustangs with 67 yards in a minute and 36. Left off by 35-yard touchdown pass to Trey Gamble to Devion Blaylock.
So 10 minutes and 11 seconds to play in quarter number 2. Let's see if we can get some out-of-town scores while we're at it. I think I'm just on the event details for the ASU game. That should be going on right now as we speak. I'll try to see if I can give you a score update for the Sun Devils. They're playing against number 5 Penn State. If you didn't know, Arizona State has a men's hockey team, they do. They also have 3 club teams and 1 women's team. This one will be fielded about the 10-yard line by Crescenta Valley, and he will work his way to the 25. That was Nathan Karsten, big number 5 for CV.
Karsten on the return out to the 26.
Okay, we do have a score update for you. Penn State is up 1-0 with 7:43 to go in the first period from Tempe, Arizona and Arizona State.
On the tackle.
Let's see, who scored the goal? It was, I feel like we've seen this guy before, Aiden Fink. For the Nittany Lions with the goal for... All right, we got some score updates specifically. First and 10 CV from their own 25-yard line with 10:04 to play. Burbank is up 28-0 on Arcadia, and Burroughs is up 14-0 on Glendale. There's a big run for Ethan Martinez. He'll be spotted for a first down just shy of the 40 at the 39.
For Falcons, first down. Jacoby Law on the tackle for the Mustangs.
All right, Jacoby.
Two receivers to the left, to the near side. Brody Cole's going to roll out and try to take off on his own, where he's stopped for a loss. A loss of about 3. That was number 43 for the Mustangs. Also 31, Damian Alamon. This is Ezekiel Rodriguez, number 43. Let me check for you.
Back to the 37. It'll be second.
Yes, it is. Ezekiel Rodriguez. I believe he also is on the baseball team. So talk about a multi-sport athlete. A lot of these guys play football, sometimes basketball, baseball. On the other side of the spectrum too, girls basketball and softball. Cole to fire. It is picked off. What a play. Getting there was James Taylor, the free safety, number 8, and the Mustangs will take over first and 10 at the Crescenta Valley 43. So 8.5 to play in the second quarter. There's James Taylor, number 8 on the pick for the Mustangs. Sets them up first and 10 from the CV 43-yard line.
Every time he makes a play, the bad play from James Taylor. No, that's the grab his feet. That's, nice, good fake.
Campbell looking deep. It is caught. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Down at the 1-yard line, what a snag! Elijah Smith, number 1. Oh my word! They're gonna spot him on the 2, but no, at the 1. First and goal, Mustangs. And into the end zone is Zion McDonald, number 4, for the touchdown. Put the Mustangs up 20-0. Set up by a huge 42-yard completion from Trey Gamble Jr. to Elijah Smith. He caught that in traffic down at the 1-yard line. Incredible catch from Elijah. And then Zion was able to take it home. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is through. This time it was number 32 for the Mustangs, Matthew Zuniga. Another senior for the Mustangs, getting the job done. So 8 minutes and 6 seconds to play. The Mustangs extend the lead 21-0. Looks like Mr. Lake is down here as well.
Nice.
So it's good to see him. Married to Miss Cynthia Lake, who is now a retired. But she used to be the art teacher at John Muir High School. She and Mr. Lake are two of the most well-known individuals out here for the Mustangs. Falcons will take this back from their own 5-yard line. Not much running room, just shy of the 20. It looks like they're going to spot him on the 20. Sergio Rodriguez for the Mustangs coming up on the tackle. I believe that was Nathan Karsten again, number 5.
Ball spotted at the 17 for the Falcons. 1st and 10.
There's spot him on the 17. 1st and 10 CV. Power I formation once again for Crescenta Valley. Jason Brown with a big tackle for a loss back at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of 2.
Martinez, the ball carrier, Jason Brown, will get the tackle for loss.
TFL.
The big
Back to the 15,
junior, number 99, Jason Brown for the TFL. So 2nd and 12 from the 15 of Crescenta Valley for the Falcons. And we got a timeout. It looks like the Mustangs will call a timeout here. That's going to stop everything with 7:22 to play. As we have the Crescenta Valley Falcon Marching Regiment passing in front of us right now as they get ready for their field show. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Out of the Box or something like that.
Well, that's what they did last time. I don't know if they'll do that.
It's the next part of that.
Especially with halftime coming up, we have the Wagyu Burger and Pasadena Desserts over on the southwest edge of the field. And over here on the near side, on the northwest edge, we've got traditional concessions.
There's a net for the Sun Devils. Oh, it's Hasley, number 33. I've been to a couple of ASU hockey games, if you're wondering. I'm wearing their Digiflame sweater tonight. That was the pre-conference sweater that they've worn a couple of times.
2nd and 12 for the Falcons. On the
But ASU is an interesting hockey team. Greg Powers is the head coach, and they have their ups, but they also have their downs. As here's a bit of a reversal to Daniel Lopez, and he's not going anywhere. Looks like they're spotted for a loss of 1 back at the 14-yard line.
Tackled by Ezekiel Rodriguez.
43, Ezekiel Rodriguez coming up on the tackle for the Mustangs. And basketball season is going to be in session, if it isn't already. The girls volleyball and boys water polo are also in session. Their games are kind of hard to go to because they start at 3:30 most of the time. And that's right after school if you're a student at one of these high schools. Here's a 3rd down and 12. They mark it for no gain on the previous play. 1 in motion for CV. And Brody Cole, a quarterback, will fire it. It is incomplete. Dre Arnold had a shot at picking that off. Daniel Lopez was the intended receiver. He did not expect that pass to come out to him. And Dre Arnold saw it all the way. Had a chance to pick it off. He's had some big plays this season for the Mustangs. Unfortunately, no INT for him that time, but again, he's been a superstar on defense for the Mustangs. It's going to be a 4th down, and the Crescenta Valley punt unit will come onto the field. Seamus Carsey. is the punter. 6:21 to go. Here's the punt, and it will take a bounce at the 41-yard line before hopping back the Mustangs' way. And it'll be spotted on the Crescenta Valley 39-yard line, 1st and 10, Mustangs. So 6:12 to play in the half. Crescenta Valley will get the opening kick of the third quarter after winning the toss and electing to defer to the second half. See, shots on goal in the ASU Penn State game are even. Penn State 13, ASU 11.
Nice fake.
And there's a nice fake to Noah Bozeman. He's got a lot of green grass and will take it to the end zone for the score. A great deception from the Mustangs, and in one play they score from 39 yards out, and we get to hear the horse again. They'll make it 27 for the moment with 6:04 to play. And we got the special teams for the Mustangs out there, and it looks to be Zuniga, number 32, out there to kick the point after. Number 32 for the Mustangs, and his kick is up and it is through. He's the usual punter for the Mustangs in these past couple of years. It's good to see the John Muir Mustangs with a punting and kicking game finally. So with the extra point, it's now 28 for the Mustangs. Falcons not yet on the board. We're going to take a look at the Pacific League out-of-town scores. Still same scores as of right now, according to Max Preps. Burbank is up 28-0 on Arcadia. That's in Arcadia, California, so In-N-Out is likely to be busy. They actually opened a second In-N-Out on Huntington Drive.
Technically Monrovia.
And yeah, Arcadia, Monrovia. So one off the Huntington Drive exit, another off the Santa Anita Avenue exit. So there's two In-N-Outs in the same location. They found a python there earlier in the week from Breadlands. This will be fielded at the 5-yard line. Once again, a big return for the Falcons. Almost broke all the way through. It'll be spotted at the 29-yard line. Mark them on the 30, 1st and 10 for CV there. Yeah, very interesting news this week. We're saddened by the loss of Jake Goodall early in the week. Her most notable work was with chimpanzees. Dr. Jane Goodall, as we have a timeout on the fields from the Falcons, so they're going to be down to one timeout.
Timeout Falcons.
Dr. Jane Goodall.
That is their
She was 91 years old. Studying chimpanzees in their natural habitat, we learned a lot about how similar they are to human beings. And Dr. Jane Goodall will be missed. She was actually here in Southern California when she unfortunately passed away. Try to give you the atmosphere here from Crescenta Valley. So both pep squads are on this side of the field by the press box. Again, the 210 freeway is across from me. One side of grandstand, so you have Crescenta Valley on one side of the field, and you have the Mustang Spirit Squad cheerleaders on this side. I'm on the 38-yard line on the left side of the field. Right now, right to left are the Falcons. Brody Cole once again at quarterback, and he is sacked by a herd of Mustangs. Looks like Diego Delgado, number 25, got in there. The huge loss back at the 20-yard line, a loss of 10.
It'll be second
A
and
loss of
19
9 back at the
for
21.
the Falcons.
And just before the end of the first period in Tempe, Penn State has gone up 2-0. It was Charlie St. Servato and at even strength for the Nittany Lions. And no room there. It looks like another loss, a loss of about 5 or 6 yards back at the 16-yard line. So big third down, third and forever for Crescenta Valley. So again, out-of-town scorers is Diego Delgado is in there for the TFL once more for the Mustangs. We're looking at out-of-town scores. This is men's Division I ice hockey between Penn State and Arizona State. Penn State number 5 in the country. Arizona State is number 14. And the visiting Nittany Lions have a 2-0 lead. They also have someone who might be the number 1 draft pick, Gavin McKenna, at Penn State. ASU's got some talent as well. Cruz Lucis is an ASU Sun Devils. Brody Cole will roll out for Crescenta Valley. He's taking a shot. Good coverage from Devion Blaylock, number 2. And that pass is incomplete. It was intended to Nathan Karsten, number 5.
4th and 23 for the Falcons.
Cullen Potter, number 12 for ASU. Just naming off a couple of talents. It looks like Gavin McKenna is not dressed tonight for... Oh, no, he is. He was one of the starters for Penn State, wearing number 72. I hear the NHL is doing a live stream also here on YouTube. 4:16 to play, and the Crescenta Valley Falcons will punt this one away. It's Seamus Carsey, and it will be returned at the CV 49-yard line by Zion McDonald. He will try to turn the corner. He breaks 2 tackles, and he'll be stopped inside the 35 at the 33. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from the Crescenta Valley 33.
Adrian Garcia on the tackle, 15-yard return. 1st and 10 Muir at the CV 33.
So Zion's a senior this year. I graduated in the class of 2023. That was his freshman year. We actually shared a physics class together, and we argued in an energy debate about wind power. We came to a consensus with the individuals in the solar group, which included one Jenner Bondsmith from the class of 2023, a tall dude who was a star on the boys water polo team. As Michael Allen will turn the corner. What a spin move. He will get the first down just shy of the 15. There is a flag at the 19.
Michael Allen on the ball carrier with the ball carrier for Muir.
So we'll check the flag, see what that is. It might be illegal touching.
Indication is that it's against the Falcons.
Looks like it'll be against CV. And we'll check the flag. It looks like it's a hold against CV, and that looks to be added at the end of the play. So set up the Mustangs 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
10-yard penalty tacked on to the end of the play. It'll be 1st and goal for Muir at the 9.
Oh. And working his way just shy of the end zone, down at the 1 was Elijah Smith.
Pass is complete to Jacoby Law.
Or I'm sorry, Jacoby Law, 13.
They're trying to get Jacoby that.
They're trying to get him the ball here. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1. Apologies for the brief buffer there. Gonna figure out what that was about, but it seems like we're back, and with 3 minutes to go, 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Mustangs, and that will be offsides against Crescenta Valley. It'll be half the distance.
Encroachment foul against the Falcons. That'll nudge the ball a few inches closer to the goal line.
So it'll be spotted at the half-yard line now.
Second and goal.
Replay, we're still second and goal. And we'll see what the Mustangs do here. Again, they're up 28 with 2.5 to play. CV will get the opening kick of the second half. Gamble, looking, and it is incomplete. Intended for Elijah Smith. I feel like I would just punch it in at this point.
Gamble's pass is incomplete. Intended for Elijah Smith, defended
with a run.
Delancia.
Delancia in coverage for the Falcons. That was just good coverage from him.
I think they're just playing with their food right now.
Yeah, it seems like it. Give it to Elijah Parker, and it looks like he's going to be short.
Elijah Parker, the ball carrier. Short of the
So
goal
good
line.
stop from the Crescenta Valley defensive line there, and it'll be 4th and goal from the 1.
On the tackle, 4th and goal inside the 1.
I would say that stop was made possible because they aren't lined up under center. They're still lined up 5 yards back. Gamble throws, looking for Blaylock. He's got it. Touchdown Mustangs. Devion Blaylock on the reception.
Gamble's pass. Caught by number 2, Davian Blaylock, for a 1-yard touchdown for the Mustangs.
That's going to make it 34 for the Mustangs momentarily. Paying the point after, it looks to be Jacob Hernandez back out there, number 19 for the Mustangs, also a senior. And his kick is up, and it is through. Makes it 35. John Muir Mustangs 35, Crescenta Valley not on the board with 1:57 to play in the first half. Here on YouTube. If you like what you're listening or watching, please consider subscribing. It's optional and free. It helps me out. It helps the algorithm suggest these games for other people who might be interested in Pacific League football or Pacific League athletics in general. So a bit of a score update. Burroughs 21-0 on Glendale, and Burbank up 34-0 on Arcadia. The other game in progress is Hoover at Pasadena. We don't have a score for that at the moment. So those are your out-of-town scores in the Pacific League at the moment, as Matthew Zuniga, number 32, will send this one away. It'll be fielded by Nathan Karsten at about the 15-yard line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 30. It looks like it'll mark him at the 27. So 1st and 10, Falcons on their own 27.
Ball spotted on the 27-yard line.
.150 to play in the half. Crescenta Valley taking over in a power I formation. Once again on their own 27. It's handed off to Ethan Martinez, number 3. And it looks like they're going to spot him for about a yard, maybe 2. To the 29. And it looks like we have a down Falcon, so that's going to stop everything. Injury timeout.
Ethan Martinez on the carry. Timeout on the field.
Trying to see who that is for CV. It's kind of hard to tell from here. Gives me a moment to recognize the pep squads. You have Crescenta Valley on the right side of the field, and you have the Mighty Mustangs in front of me on the left side of the field. They've been doing a lot through both games, the JV game earlier and now with the varsity game. You also have youth cheerleaders on the Crescenta Valley side as it's youth night. Try to see who that is for CV getting off the field. He's being helped off, but it seems like for the most part it's a bit winded.
It was the ball carrier.
Ball carrier, so those Martinez, number 3. All right, so that was
taken by the Falcons. It's their third and final time.
That was Ethan Martinez, and the Falcons will spend their final timeout in the half. Kind of interesting. They just need an extra moment to talk it over here. Once again, Hudson Gossard is the head coach for the Crescenta Valley Falcons. We have an aircraft flying over us right now. I'll try to let you know what that is. I tend to pay attention to everything around me, especially here at the playing Offspring? Gotta keep them separated. I do not know what this aircraft is that's flying overhead right now. It's one of those, if you're looking on the certain website that I'm looking at, it's a fixed wing aircraft for sure, but it's got no call sign. It's at 5,000 feet and it looks to be circling over us. I've heard that the Department of Homeland Security and ICE have been extremely active nationwide today on something they call Freaky Fridays. Apparently, from the leak, they're going after anyone and everyone 14 and over. So yeah, that's. I'm just gonna mention the kidnappings from the Department of Homeland Security, as this aircraft might be affiliated with them, as it is circling overhead as we speak. Falcons will hand this off on second down. It goes for no gain. That was Bryce Alonso, number 1. Ezekiel Rodriguez, 43 on the stop for the Mustangs, sets up a third down. 3rd and 8 from the 29-yard line. Just looking at the flight pattern for this aircraft. Looks like it's flying out of the Whiteman Airport in Sylmar. Again, it may or may not be government related. They tend to mask their call signs.
It's just a private Cessna.
It could just be somebody's Cessna and they're just flying around, as I can see the flight pattern.
It's Friday night, they're going from Southern California to Northern California.
Right. And it's Alonso
Alonso, the ball carrier.
on the carry, just shy of the 40-yard line and the line to gain. It'll be a 4th down and about 1, maybe 2. That's number 8, James Taylor for the Mustangs on the stop.
4th and 1 from the 36. Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, it might just be somebody on a nighttime flight out of the Whiteman Airport. Or the Whitman Airport, is, I believe that's what they call it now. And that will be the last play of the first half.
Muir 35, Crescenta Valley nothing.
Probably learning the IFR, the instrument flight rules. So once again, we're at the half now, with the Mustangs up 35-0 on Crescenta Valley. The Falcons will be receiving the opening kick for the second half, as Crescenta Valley's marching regiment will take to the field for their show. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll break down the first half and go through the notables once more.
Field show, Uncaged.
Uncaged, that's what it's called. I said out of the box for some reason. I was thinking bird box.
Why the caged bird sings. Our story is about hope in the face of oppression, and uses music from Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring, Arrival of the Birds, and Winds of Change. Tonight, the CV Marching Falcons will perform the first.
So yeah, we'll step aside here. It'll just go to the break screen
Uncaged.
here on
Please
YouTube
keep your
tonight.
attention to the field
Nope, hold on a second. I want to...
Presents the first song from their field show, Uncaged.
down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage.
So that was the CV Falcon Marching Band and part of their show, Uncaged, as they play UCLA's fight song. A rendition of UCLA's fight song is theirs. There's 4.5 minutes until the time expires. There'll be another 3 minutes added when the players take to the field for their warm-ups. The second half. Here's a look at the out-of-town scores as they stand. Second period of action in the NCAA men's hockey contest between number 5 Penn State and number 14 Arizona State. And it's Penn State 2, ASU none. Look at the Pacific League. Burbank is up 34-0 on Arcadia. Burroughs is up 21-0 on Glendale. And in progress is Pasadena and Hoover. So everybody's playing tonight. So unfortunately, we couldn't get you with 2 games this week. But in 2 weeks' time, we'll be able to get you 2 games. The Thursday game will be Pasadena and Crescenta Valley. As it'll be CV on the road at Pasadena, so it'll be a local one for us to look at. Get another look at Dutch Burbage and the Pasadena Bulldogs.
Is under the direction of Mr. Matthew Schick. Drum major,
and the Friday game on the 17th will be senior night for the John Muir Mustangs as they host the Burroughs Bears. And we'll be on the spot for that.
Thank you for listening to tonight's show. Over the next few home games, you'll see the evolution of our show. We'll add new drill and music.
Let me change that score real quick,
Prepare for our competition.
as that's a little inaccurate. Let's see, where is it? There it is. It's now 41-0
Falcon Marching Band
in Arcadia with Burbank leading.
Throughout Southern California at field show tournaments and band reviews, where they perform in packed stadiums for at least 5 judges, evaluating each performance on marching.
So Crescenta Valley, if you're interested, their marching band usually performs in competition, and they're actually an award-winning band. Arcadia is the same. Arcadia is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 300 members strong. Arcadia is about half, or I'm sorry, CV is about half of that. Arcadia has about 300 members, and yeah, here at CV there's about 100. The Mighty Mustang Band over to my left under the direction of Karen Clagis. Here for some stand tunes alongside the Mustangs. Have about 65 members.
Yeah. They're like careful. Yeah. Of course he got it from school. Well, it's a petri dish.
I played 3.5 years in the Mighty Mustang Band. I was part of the low brass. Just a fun fact about me.
How was last weekend? What did we do last weekend?
So here we are. We are back for now as the players will be taking to the field. The Mustangs are out on the field right now as we speak with 1:20 on the clock. And that's temporary. They're going to put 3 minutes back on the clock when Crescenta Valley takes to the field. It's also youth night here in La Crescenta, California for this game. And there are members from Rosemont Middle School nearby supporting the Falcons tonight. Got a score update for you in the Pacific League. I'll change that so that you can see who has just put another touchdown on the board.
No, but even that, absolutely.
That is Burroughs, now up 28-0 on Glendale. And we have some Bruno Mars playing. I'm not sure how this is going to come out on YouTube. All of this is checked AI, so there's no human actually checking all the audio video stuff. It's just their automatic stuff. Again, I don't know how the system likes Bruno Mars. I'm not sure if Bruno Mars is an artist that has allowed the music to be licensed and used. for games like this. Again, I can't control what's going on over the PA. I apologize if any issues come up. I'm not in the press box. I'm stationed on the 38-yard line on the left side of the field. Give you a rundown of our out-of-town scores once again. I'll show you the ASU Penn State game. So Penn State is up 2-0 on the Sun Devils. That game in Tempe, Arizona, Mullet Arena. It's a fine venue. The capacity about 5,000. It wasn't built for NHL hockey, but the Arizona Coyotes were playing their final year in the NHL there, before they became the now Utah Mammoth. So it was a sad fallout for hockey in Arizona. Actually, hockey in Arizona is pretty strong, and the local rinks and the local teams are pretty dominant. So, yeah, there is the University of Arizona in Tucson, my rivals, as I'm a student at ASU. They've statistically had a good ACHA club hockey program, Division I. And there's also ASU, where I go. There's the NCAA team. Actually, ASU is the only team in Arizona with an NCAA team. ASU also has 3 men's club teams in that ACHA, 1, 2, and 3. And there's also women's Division I. You also have Grand Canyon University just nearby in, I can't remember where GCU is located, but they use Arcadia Ice. So yeah, there is an Arcadia in Arizona. So that's kind of funny. And you also have Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, Arizona, with club teams. Same with GCU. ASU and U of A, University of Arizona, are the only ones of those two with women's teams. So we're going to have the teams take to the field again. And Crescenta Valley will be receiving the opening kick of the second half, after winning the toss and electing to defer after all of our interesting decisions in the previous weeks, where the team who's won the toss is actually elected to receive. And we have a remix of Ozzy Osbourne now. Again, I can't control it. I'm just outside the press box. And it's just somebody's playlist playing over the speakers. So, yeah, it might come up on the YouTube thing so far. If it in the games that it has, just here come the Mustangs. I've been okay. That I haven't had to edit this part or edit any of these songs out. It's optional for me to do so, but it makes no impact on my channel. So yeah, that's a lot of things that I have to worry about doing this live for you. Nevertheless, we're going to persevere and get through the rest of your night here. Friday night, October the 3rd. A lot has happened this week. We lost Dr. Jane Goodall early in the week. A python was found at the In-N-Out near Arcadia High School on Santa Anita Avenue. That python was found, or was actually, its owner is located in Redlands, California. So an interesting of how the python ended up in Arcadia, California, as the Mustangs are about set to kick this one away to Crescenta Valley. Mustangs from left to right with blue helmets and white uniforms. Crescenta Valley with navy blue jerseys, white pants, and white helmets from right to left here in the third quarter. And this will go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 Falcons on the 20.
End zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Falcons at the 20-yard line.
And last night, actually, if you weren't paying attention to the news, the Chevron refinery in the Manhattan Beach area actually exploded and caught fire. So that was an interesting thing that happened last night. They were able to put that fire out, and no extensive damage was caused because the refinery area is pretty big. It was weird because it happened at like 9:15 p.m. But yeah, thankfully the firefighters were able to put that fire out, and no injuries as far as I'm concerned. No structures were lost. The fire was just contained in one spot of the refinery. As the Falcons will fake the handoff. Brody Cole's at quarterback. He dishes it off to Daniel Lopez, and it looks like he's going to be stopped for a gain of about 1 to the 21-yard line.
Dre Arnold on the tackle, no gain, second and 10 from the
Now 17, Dre Arnold on the tackle. So they mark him for no gain, 2nd and 10 for the 20-yard line.
He was falling asleep.
Second and 9.
You got Dre's parents to my right. So power I formation again for the Falcons with a fullback and a halfback. They're going to give it to the halfback. I believe that's Ethan Martinez, number 3. He's going to work his way for about 2 yards. Or I'm sorry, Bryce Alonso. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25. What was that?
I didn't see it.
I thought I felt something, but it's like, it's pretty clear.
No, there's nothing. No.
Yeah, it's weird. I felt like something like fell on me, like a bit of moisture, but I could be wrong. I could be mistaken.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, but that was weird. It hit me in the back of the neck.
Could have been an insect that just like
Yeah, maybe. It felt like a water droplet. Here's the 3rd down and 6 for the Falcons with 10:23 to play in the 3rd quarter. Back in the power I formation with a fullback and a tailback. And they're going to give it to... Oh, he lost the ball! Oh, boy! He lost the ball. Let's see who has it.
Alonso the ball carrier. Ball was fumbled.
Looks like the Falcons got it back. So it was Bryce Alonso on the carry. He lost the ball, but luckily...
Covered by Armin Karabakian. 4th and 6.
The 4th down and 6 after the fumble recovered by the Falcons. And they're going to put this one away, I think. Although Brody Cole is still back there. He might just sky kick it QB style. And we've got a false start against CV.
False start against the Falcons.
So that's going to spot him back 5 yards, and here comes the punt unit.
That'll make it 4th and 11. And the punt team is on.
So the Mustangs will take over now.
I got this weird
Seamus Carsey. back
Seamus Carsey is the punter for CV.
from you, and did you send it where I have to sign?
Davion Blaylock, Zion McDonald.
The 2 deep men for the Mustangs. 2 is Davion Blaylock. He's standing at midfield with number 4, Zion McDonald. And here's the punt from Carsey. It will take a bounce out of bounds. Just shy of midfield. We'll see where they mark it. There's a bit of a breeze here, a chilly breeze. I saw the low tonight is 54 in the area of Crescenta Valley. That's a bad spot. They spotted at the 50.
I thought it went out of bounds at like the 45. It landed at the 50, but it was well out of bounds when it landed.
Yeah, it was well out of bounds. It was in the Crescenta Valley bench when it took a bounce at the 49. So they mark it on the 50. 1st and 10 Mustangs. An interesting set, 3 receivers to the right for the Mustangs. Gamble will dish it off to Jacoby Law, number 13, and he will be spotted close to the 1st down, just shy. It'll be 2nd down and about 1. We have a Falcon slow to get up. That looks to be Daniel Lopez, number 7. We hope he's all right.
Don't forget, Wagyu beef food truck, Pasadena desserts food truck.
They're going to spot him on the 41. 2nd and 1. And Lopez will have to check out of the game because he was down. But it's good to see him up and
Pop back up.
yeah. He might have just been winded or fell awkwardly. So 2nd and 1, gamble to throw, and it is caught by Jacoby Law. Good route from him. He'll be stopped at the 31-yard line for a Mustang first down. Pick up a 10 yards, and we have another down Falcon on the near side. It looks like he's cramping. So another injury timeout, and that's a moment for everybody to bust out the pickle juice.
This cramp break brought to you by
Pickle Juice. Cramp break brought to you by Pickle Juice. Is that 28 for CD? Tell you who that is. That might be Adrian Ochoa. Could have been 26, Damian Ramirez.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
It's kind of hard to tell the 6 and the 8 apart. But again, it's good to see him okay. And I felt something on the back of my neck here, and it feels like moisture. Maybe it's just like the dew point or whatever. Yeah, it could be from the fence. As the Mustangs will run this with Zion McDonald. And he's trying to do his best Cam Scatabo impression as he works his way to the 16-yard line for a Mustang first down.
Ready, go, Zai!
Cam Scatabo also wore number 4, Sacramento State and Arizona State. He's now playing for the New York Giants.
New York Giants.
Gain of 25 on the play. First and 10, it's 16.
Gamble looking to throw, pump fakes, looking end zone for Leyland. Did he catch that? No. They say he's out of bounds. That would have been a spectacular catch by Ethan Leyland, number 0. Oh, there it is! He caught it! Touchdown, Mustangs! So the officials had to confer about it, and they deemed that he got his first. He got his foot in.
1 foot.
Yeah, one foot, yeah.
So
High
1
school,
foot
college,
for
one
high
foot.
school and college, and that was a spectacular catch from Ethan Leyland, number 0. There's Jacob Hernandez to attempt the point after for the Muir Mustangs. Number 19, the senior, will tack it on, and it's now 42 for the Mustangs.
Crescenta Valley nothing.
I think now it's running clock time, right?
I believe so, yeah. This is what the field at Crescenta Valley looks like if you're just tuning in or interested about it. So there's one set of grandstands, and it's on the visiting sideline, what would usually be the home sideline, but head coach Hudson Gossard of the Crescenta Valley Falcons elects to be on the other side of the field, which borders the 210 freeway, due to the loudness of the Crescenta Valley Falcon marching band. That's an interesting fact for you. So the Mustangs will kick this one away here. Oh, it is bobbled back at the 5-yard line. He recovers and will try to work his way to the 15.
11-yard return for Garcia.
There's Adrian Garcia, number 12, for CV on that return. And it looks like they're going to mark him at about the 16-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
15 is where they'll spot it. Dre Arnold on the stop for the Mustangs. Again, those of you familiar with Mustang football know that Dre Arnold has come up with key plays this season. 2 sacks in their opener against Bonita. He's had a game-winning pick against St. Francis a couple weeks ago.
Game-sealing thing.
Yeah, game-sealing pick. Seeing nice camaraderie between the Mighty Mustang Band and the Crescenta Valley Band over there. Their leadership groups are meeting as the Falcons will hand this one off for no gain. Looks like there was a fumble after the play.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 from the 21.
They're spotting for 1. He was down before the fumble. Second and 9 from the 21-yard line, or for the 16-yard line. They have the 21 on the scoreboard. It should be the 16-yard line. 6:58 to play in quarter number 3. Mustangs up 42. And we have a score update for you from Tempe, Arizona. The NCAA men's ice hockey contest between number 5 Penn State and number 14 Arizona State, as the Sun Devils have answered on the board. It's now 2-1 in favor of Penn State. It's a big stop and another down Falcon at about the 10-yard line. Let's see, who scored the goal for the Sun Devils? It was 27 Alfano. I believe he's new to the Sun Devils this year. Penn State is 1 for 3 on the power play. ASU is 0 for 2. That's kind of just a given with the Sun Devils. We tend to take a lot of penalties and tend to not be so good on the power play. Shots on goal at this point are 25-19 in favor of Penn State. All right, there we go. We got some scores in the Pacific League. We got one more for you. We're still waiting the down Falcon. It looks like Daniel Lopez, number 7. And I will quickly switch to the out-of-town scores side to give you a rundown of who just had a score on the board. There you go. So, Pasadena and Hoover, we finally have a score. It's PHS up 49-0 at this point. It's kind of a given. It's interesting to see the commonality between all of these games tonight, the 4 Pacific League games, is that one team is leading big. And there are a couple of donuts on the score on the other games. So, Burbank up 41-0 on Arcadia. Burroughs up 28-0 on Glendale. And Pasadena up 49-0 on Hoover.
So business as usual for the
Yep,
Pacific
it's
League.
business as usual for the top teams. And I get to change that to a 1 finally, as the Sun Devils are on the board. So we have a 3rd down and 10 with 6:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. Falcons hand it off to Bryce Alonso, trying to work his way around. And he's still on his feet. Could be trouble. And a lot of push. He will be stopped for the first down at the 26-yard line of Crescenta Valley.
Chase Newsom on the tackle for the Mustangs.
That was a big run on 3rd down for Crescenta Valley, and they pick up the yards that they needed out to the 26 for the first down with 5:45 to play in quarter number 3.
That was a good individual effort.
Yep, that was a good individual effort from number 1 Bryce Alonso of Crescenta Valley. Forgot to change that. There we go. The 5:20 power I formation once more for CV. They'll hand it off to the tailback, and he'll be stopped for a gain of about 2, maybe 1, at the 28-yard line. It's Bryce Alonso once more.
Chase Newsom on the tackle.
And Chase Newsom for the Mustangs in there on the tackle.
7 from the 29.
They give him a generous 3 yards. So it's 2nd and 7.
Actually, it looks like with the D-line, it's like a 2nd string right now, right?
Yeah, it looks like the Mustangs put in the 2nd string defensive line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, secondary, that's right. There you go.
Yep, and in the secondary too. So 2nd string defense for the Mustangs is in. They're going to hand it back off to Alonso. He's going to be stopped at about the 31-yard line for a 1-yard gain.
Chase Newsom on the tackle.
Once again, Chase Newsom on the stop. Down to 4 minutes to play in quarter number 3.
Yeah. 9-9. Yep.
3rd and 5 at the 31.
It sets up a 3rd down and 5 from the CV 31-yard line. So yeah, it looks like the Mustangs have put in the second stringers for defense. We'll see what happens on offense. We've got Trey Gamble Jr. and James Taylor, number 18, throwing passes to each other on the sideline in front of me. And the ball's on the turf. It looks like the Falcons recovered.
Recovered by Cole.
So Brody Cole had to recover that himself and fall on it. Looks like the Mustangs will call a timeout with 3:15 to play in quarter number 3. We have the CV Falcon Marching Regiment coming back across the bleachers here from their staging area on the left side of the field. They had their 3rd quarter break and are getting ready to play some tunes. They've been relatively quiet for the most part outside of halftime tonight. But when they come together on the field for halftime, they're pretty talented, and if I'm not mistaken, they've won numerous awards for their on-field product over the years.
Like a string hanging down, and you had to go like this. Oh yeah. To get them to be big.
4th and 7
And they had handles
for the
too.
Falcons at the 29 after a loss of 2.
The 4th and 7 coming up, and Crescenta Valley will punt this away with Seamus Carsey. And the deep man for the Mustangs looks to be Michael Allen, number 21. It looks like the starters are done for the night. It's a high punt, and Allen will field it at the 42-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 43 after trying to make an east-west move. And the Mustangs will take over. It looks like 18 is at quarterback.
Muir at the 44.
They're allowed to have 2 players wearing the same number, one on offense, one on defense. So this is a different quarterback for the Mustangs that we're looking at. Number 18. That may or may not be Arthur Moreno, who is the St. Francis transfer. All the guys who had to sit out the 5 games are allowed to come back for this game. We haven't seen it. Okay, Trey Gamble's still out
I'm
there.
on the East Coast, beat Twizzlers.
Gamble at quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Red Vines was so.
You see, it's a.
And when I first had him first, Red Vine, I was
So I think it's still James Taylor, 18.
like, I like, I mean,
Yeah, Moreno's 12 on the roster. They're going to hand it off to Parker, and a good play from the Falcons defensive line, number 53, on a tackle for loss back at the 39-yard line. That was Torrin Blunt, one of the stars for Crescenta Valley defensively. Or at least he was one of the members at Media Day before the start of the season.
Like everybody out here is like prefers Red Vines. Everyone on the East Coast prefers Twizzlers.
They do. I have kids that visit from over there. And they say, "You would get like Twizzlers."
We haven't really said his name much, but he was there for a tackle for a loss. Quick completion outside the 18. I believe that's James Taylor. And he'll get positive yardage to the 50. And it'll be a 3rd down and manageable for the Mustangs.
11 on the play, tackled by Aaron Valencian.
Down to 2 minutes to play in quarter number 3.
3rd down and 5 from the Muir 49.
So 3rd and 5 from the 49. But that was a completion to Taylor. Or, no, I'm sorry, Jaime Cortez.
Jaime. Yeah, 18 is.
Yeah, 18 is Jaime Cortez. Taking a deep shot for Jacoby Law. He brings it in. And he'll be stopped and tackled out of bounds by Bryce Alonso of Crescenta Valley inside the 15-yard line. It looks like they're going to spot him exactly on the 15. So yeah, 18 is Jaime Cortez. I don't know why I was saying James Taylor,
1st and 10, Muir at the 15.
because 8 is James Taylor. So 18 is Jaime Cortez for the Mustangs once again. 90 seconds to play in quarter number 3. 1st and 10 for the mighty Muir Mustangs at the Crescenta Valley 15. Mustangs hand it off to Michael Allen. That's number 21. He's going to work his way to the far side of the field, close to the first down. They'll mark him about 2 yards short, so a pickup of 8 for Michael Allen.
We have 6 down to the 9-yard line.
Okay, they've marked him for 6, so 2nd down and 4 with under a minute to play. Down to the 9-yard line for 2nd and 4 with under a minute to play in quarter number 3. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gamble to throw, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Jaime Cortez again, number 18.
That's good defense.
That was good coverage from the Falcons that time.
The Falcons were Noah Asama.
Noah Asama
3rd and 4.
on the stop for, or on the coverage for the Falcons. That is number.
Let's get the first down. Do it again.
54. Gamble to throw. End zone. And it is caught. Looks like Thomas Johnson, number 14.
With a 9-yard touchdown pass.
So yeah, that's Thomas Johnson, number 14, the tight end on the reception for the score.
He's just sharing the ball around.
Yep,
He's like,
it's a spread now from Trey Gamble Jr. He's finding his open receivers. He's padding his stats for sure. So the Mustangs will look for the point after. Matthew Zodiga, number 32, is on to kick the point after. It is up and it is through, and the Mustangs have 49. That's.
that was no good. That got 48 on the board. I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too. There you go. You got it. It's now 49-0 in favor of the Mustangs. It's 28.1 on the clock. It should be running clock, but they stopped it momentarily. The Crescenta Valley will be taking over and just trying to figure out their game plan for next week. So it's back-to-back home games that the Falcons have been handled with 49 points against. And this will be fielded inside the 5-yard line by a CV. Tackle just shy of the 20. They're going to spot him at about the 18-yard line. Yeah, they'll spot him on the 18, 1st and 10 for Crescenta Valley.
On the return for the Falcons.
Adrian Garcia, number 12, on the return.
1st down and 10 for the Falcons at the 18-yard line.
And they're going to go back to the power I formation with Brody Cole under center. He's number 10.
Big 6'5" is playing middle linebacker. Sweet.
And a big hole for a big fullback for the Falcons. Out to the 25-yard line. That was big number 44, Sun Han, senior for the Falcons. He's got a lot of muscle on his frame. And that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. That will send us to the 4th. Mustangs 49, Crescenta Valley not on the board. And the teams will switch sides. So it'll be Crescenta Valley from left to right in the fourth. White helmets, navy blue uniforms with white pants. Mustangs from right to left in the fourth with blue helmets, gold face mask, and a gold Mustang running across with white jerseys and white pants. We have a 2nd down and 7 from the 25-yard line for Crescenta Valley coming up to start the fourth. And we have a score update for you from Tempe. It's the Sun Devils leading the way 3-2 with 2:18 to play in the second period. Let's see, on the goals, Morrell, number 19 for ASU. I think he's new as well. And McGurn, number 16, also new for the Sun Devils. I don't remember them from last year. There you go, back to Sun Han around the outside. Big power for the first down across the 30-yard line. And they're going to spot him on the 32. He's usually a linebacker for CV. And once again, that's big number 44 for Crescenta Valley. It almost reminds me of the Katron Allen or Nick Singleton build from Penn State. The Nittany Lions will be coming to the Rose Bowl tomorrow to play against UCLA. Jerry Neuheisel will be calling the offensive plays for the Bruins. Is Tino Sinceri, the offensive coordinator from Indiana, has moved on from UCLA. UCLA is 0-3, so not a good season. And Deshaun Foster has also been let go. 0-4, I should say, with the loss to Northwestern last week. They give it back to Sun Han, and he'll work his way for about 7 or 8 yards to the 40. And it's the second stringers for both squadrons here in the fourth quarter. A couple of the starters are still out there. Diego Delgado on the tackle, number 25 for the Mustangs, senior, making that stop. There's a lot of bigger personnel for the Muir Mustangs in. At the defensive line position, Cole Cogshell and Jameer Johnson are Muir alum now. Cole Cogshell graduated last year, and he's at UCLA. Same with Jameer Johnson. They get it back to Sun Han. It looks like he's going to be stopped about at the line to gain. And we'll see if they give it to him or not. It looks like they are going to give it to him for the first down across the 40 to the 42.
First down.
And the one Mustang who's playing in the NFL is Kalen Bullock, who plays for the Houston Texans. A lot of Mustang talent to look at, and the Mustangs have had a lot of notable alum. Octavia Butler is one of them. Jackie and Mac Robinson, is we're going to have a false start penalty against, or I'm sorry, an offsides penalty against the Mustangs. That's going to give CV 5 yards. That is a heavy, heavy chopper that's flying overhead right now. That might be LA County Fire. Yes, it is. It is LA County Fire. So 1st and 5 for CV after the offsides penalty. LA County Fire flying overhead right now. End of the second period. Arizona State 3, Penn State 2 in one of our out-of-town scores. Power I formation for the Falcons here on this 1st and 5. Sun Han on the carry, and he'll get at most 1 yard. It'll be second down and about 4. So, talking more about the ASU game, men's ice hockey from Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona. The Sun Devils answer with 3 unanswered goals in the second period. We'll take a look at the other Pacific League games tonight. Burroughs now leads 28-6. I believe the second stringers are in there. And Burbank has a 48-7 lead on Arcadia. those are the new additions to the score update. So Glendale and Arcadia have answered, and I believe they're in the second stringers. It's interesting to think that we've had just business as usual. Another fullback run for CV will be good enough for the first down. We'll be spotted at the Mustang 48-yard line.
Gain of 4 and good for a CV first down.
Who was it on the carry?
I'm not sure.
Dre doesn't have that
It was
many
the fullback.
Yeah, it looks like 27. Arin Mahmoudi.
Hold on, let's see how they line up right now.
I think it's 27. It looks like he's back there. Yeah, he's the fullback. 27, Arin Mahmoudi for the Falcons, picking up the first down with a carry for 4 with 7 minutes to play. First and 10 CV on the Muir 48-yard line. They're going to give it right back to Mahmoudi, and he'll be stopped at the 45 for a 3-yard gain.
Aaron Mahmoudi, the ball carrier. Gain of 3 on the play. Several Mustangs on the tackle.
So 2nd and 7 from the 45-yard line with 6.5 to play in the ball game. Looking ahead for both of these teams, starting with the Falcons, is they're likely to fall to 3-3 overall, 1-2 in the Pacific League. They will play here next week against Glendale. That game might be at Moisey Stadium, but it's Glendale and CV next week, the two that used to share Moisey Stadium at Glendale High School. His son Han for no gain that time.
3rd and 7.
And looking ahead for the Mustangs will host the Arcadia Apaches, who currently trail the Burbank Bulldogs 48-7. We'll see if Arcadia brings a pep band. They did my freshman year at Muir, but ever since then they haven't. But they do have like a small pep band that sticks around during the 3rd quarter when everyone else in their 300 strong goes home. They're going to give it back to Sun Han, number 44 for the Falcons here, and it looks like they're going to mark him for a gain of about 1 this time, forward progress.
Gain of 1, it'll be 4th down and
This sets up a 4th down, 4th and 6 at the 44-yard line of the Muir Mustangs. I forgot to mention for the ASU game that it's Joey DeCord jersey retirement night. Joey DeCord is an alum now of Arizona State, and he plays in the NHL for the Seattle Kraken as a starting goaltender. And I believe he's in attendance tonight for the Sun Devils in Tempe, Arizona. And once again, ASU leads Penn State 3-2 at the moment. It's a very inspiring story. His turn from the number 2 goaltender in Seattle behind Philip Grubauer to the starting goaltender now. He's just been solid for Seattle as the Falcons will turn it over on downs here. The Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. So Mustangs take over with just under 4 minutes to play in the ball game. So we're going to have a relatively quick night for you. We get home, get some rest, and maybe catch the UCLA game tomorrow. We'll see. I hear they have a pregame concert featuring Wax Motif at 11 a.m. or so. And looks like Jacoby Law has checked in at quarterback for the Mustangs, number 13. And he's getting a round of applause from the Mustang faithful around me.
Oh, Trey had a great game.
Yeah, Trey Gamble Jr., his night is done. He's had a remarkable game. And yeah, Jacoby Law is in at quarterback, number 13 for the Mustangs. And he'll be taking a shot here, looking for 15. It's incomplete. Actually, 18 was in the area. Jaime Cortez, it falls to the turf, incomplete. 15 is Chase Newsom. So Newsom and Cortez were in the area for the Mustangs. 2nd and 10. And it's Jacoby Law in at quarterback, number 13.
Receiver playing QB. Oh, gotcha.
So an interesting look for the Mustangs with him at QB. Here's Law to throw. He's actually going to take off for this one, and he's got green grass. He's got a first down and more. And he'll be stopped at the Crescenta Valley 31-yard line. 32 is where they'll spot him. 1st and 10 Mustangs from there with 2:04 to play. And we have an injured Falcon on the turf at the 41-yard line. So we'll check on the downed Falcon.
Bring it down to the Falcon.
Could be just winded. And it looks to be Arin Mahmoudi, number 27. He's hobbling a bit off of his left foot. So I hope he's okay and he didn't roll his ankle or anything. But that's Arin Mahmoudi for Crescenta Valley, number 27. And he's going to be helped off the field here. Again, it's good to see him back on his feet. And we hope he's okay. So they'll shut things down with 1:57 to play. All right, we're back. And, well, I just turned my webcam back on just so that you can see that I'm here with you tonight from La Crescenta. We're going to be at John Muir High School next week for the Mustangs and the Arcadia Apaches. There's a deep shot to Jaime Cortez. It's incomplete.
Oh my goodness.
And there's the flag for pass interference. The DB got there a little bit early, and that should give the Mustangs a first down. It seemed like they were hesitant about throwing those flags.
Just because of how much time is left.
Yeah, because of the score and how much time is left. But they threw the bright yellow laundry onto the turf, and
Pass interference?
that will be a pass interference against Crescenta Valley.
Called it holding. All right, last play of the game. Can you hold the...
What did they call just the defensive holding?
Yeah.
I guess they called it a defensive holding. It'll be 1st and 10 for the 22-yard line for the Mustangs, and we will see it looks to be a field goal try from here. Wow, so Matthew Zuniga tried a field goal attempt. It's no good. He just hooked it wide right. But wow, that had the leg, and I believe that will be the last play of the game.
Yeah, you can hear Coach asking for the field goal team, but I think he wanted to just test it out.
Yeah, he was testing to. I think Coach Lance Mitchell was testing to see his field goal unit here, but that looks to be the way the game is going to end. Mustangs 49, Crescenta Valley Donut on the board 0.
Valley High School.
That was a real snoozer. Now I gotta walk a mile to get to our car.
That'll wake you up. Definitely wake me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and lay on the couch and watch my Korean drama.
We'll give you another look at the out-of-town scores before I sign off here on YouTube. But overall, thank you to everyone who's tuned in. I heavily appreciate it. I try my best to be as down the line for you as possible and to give you the most unbiased game out there. So for Crescenta Valley, they're going to move on to play against Glendale. They're here next week. That's October the 10th. Mustangs head back home and will host Arcadia, who is currently trailing to Burbank.
What do you have going on this weekend? Anything?
So, just to put it in perspective before you sign out, Trey had 6 touchdown passes.
There you go. Unofficially, Trey Gamble Jr., quarterback for the Mustangs, had 6 touchdown passes.
And then the seventh touchdown for the Mustangs was Zion with the run up the middle.
Yep. Zion McDonald had a rushing touchdown himself.
But Trey was definitely spreading the ball around.
Yep,
Like, it
he
seemed like
was.
Anybody who was eligible to catch the ball got a touch or got a target. So it was a good game.
So once again, Crescenta Valley will fall to, let me check that real quick. 3-3 overall, 1-2 in the Pacific League. They move on to host Glendale next week on Friday. That's October 10th. For the Mustangs improved to 5-1 on the year, 3-0 in the Pacific League, and will be hosting Arcadia next week, October 10th. That's also Friday. So we're going to take one last look at the out-of-town scores before signing off. Pasadena is up 56-0 on Hoover. And it looks like the other scores are still the same. We changed that to a 3 because the Sun Devils are up 3-2 on Penn State with 3 unanswered in the second period. They're at intermission. And, okay, there we go. There we go. One last look at the Pacific League scores. Okay, let me fix that. That's 6. And that is... Oop, didn't mean to change that one. There we go. Burbank 48, Arcadia 7, Glendale 6, Burroughs 28, and Hoover not on the board, Pasadena 56. Those games appear to be still in progress as we speak. They could be reaching final. And yeah, NCAA Men's Division I Ice Hockey, Arizona State 3, Penn State 2. They're still ongoing. I hear the NHL is live streaming the game on YouTube. There's also NCHC TV, which is the Conference of Arizona State. There's also Fox Sports 910 for listening. That's the Arizona State feed. And Blaze Radio, that's student run, of fellow students of mine at ASU. But overall, I'm Bryce Narvaez, and class of 2023 from John Muir High School, and the current third-year student at Arizona State University, the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications, saying so long. See you next week for the Mustangs and the Apaches. That's John Muir in Arcadia. Pre-game at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Same thing right here on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in, and see you next week.